What's up, Screen Fiend fans? Back at it with the movie Moonfall. A lot of you probably watching Moonfall right now. I saw the movie and Roman and what's his name? Roman or Roland Emmerich. That's how you say his name, right? The guy that brought us Independence Day. He loves to destroy the world. So he's got a history of that. 2012, even though these are not great movies, they're entertaining movies. Like you're entertained by watching them, but no one's getting an Oscar nod for these performances. But the more they make them, the cheesier they seem to get. And at least you get the gratification of the shots, of the destruction and all this stuff, like in 2012 or the other one that went down where, oh, sorry about that, where they had the day the earth stood still type of movie, or the day after next, when like the whatever, the polar ice, too much ice was melting, global warming movie he did with Gyllenhaal was in it and everything froze up. That was a good one. Now, this was an independently financed film, which means he got his money from Russia. And $146 billion was spent to make this moon fall into the earth. Now, right there, you got my money. When you say, oh, the moon is falling into the earth, I'm like, oh, I'm sold. I'm at the movie theater, already ready for my ticket. This movie, every line in this movie, basically, is stupid. But, hey, like conspiracy theorists and everything else, if it's a conspiracy theory, we gonna roll with it. But it was entertaining. The only thing that, if you're looking to nitpick the movie, you can. But the premise is that the moon is off its axis, and by it being off its axis a little bit, it's causing all this disruption in gravity and everything on the planet. And you're starting to see some of it. The ground is breaking up, things is happening. You see chaos with civilization falling apart. People grabbing money don't really mean anything no more when this is happening. So when civilization falls, what's going to be the next answer? What's going to be the determining factor here? Oh my goodness. I would have loved to have seen more of the actual Earth being destroyed by the moon. I think they put too much focus on the story on the moon of something was happening out there. Some type of entity was interfering with the process. But I would have preferred to see more destruction on the earth. They always seem to have this sameness to it, where everybody is caught into the sameness of what is going on. Like, okay, this is what's happening here now. It's this one family. And this one family we got to focus on. Out of everybody in the world, let's focus on this one family. And they always seem to be a divided family, and there's a stepfather in there. And the stepfather ends up being not so bad of a guy after all. And then the stepfather bites the bullet, and then the other dad could just step on in. There seems to be a growing trend in all of these disaster movies that the family is in some type of disarray before all of this happens, and this is going to bring the family back together. This same thing seems to happen and follow the same thing. In 2012, the stepdad was there, and then there was some discord with the stepdad being better than the dad who wasn't there no more. John Cusack was a loser, and blah, 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 blah. Next thing you know, stepdad's not such a bad guy after all, and then right next thing you know, the stepdad bites the bullet, trying to save everybody. And then you look at this scenario. You're seeing yourself, and you're like, oh my God, what's happening? First, there's this remarkable thing that would never happen, then this remarkable thing that would never happen. So it's just all of these remarkable things in a row that never happened. So it's just one problem after another, continuously happening over and over again. Now, Patrick Wilson plays the star, right? He gets in shape to play this role. He's an astronaut. So Patrick Wilson, he's built up like he's going to play a superhero. He goes out into space to stop what's going on. He's going out in space. He's the astronaut who lost his job because he saw this thing years ago, and they kind of covered it up and said nothing about it. Then, all of a sudden, you see Holly Berry's character. She's divorced, and she was with him on the mission. It goes away, and it falls apart. Then it's the comedy sidekick who's the conspiracy theorist who discovers it all before NASA years later, 12 years later, or what have you, after he's been discredited, disfamed, everything about it. Then they send a moon mission up there where all the astronauts get basically in trouble. They find out there's an entity out there that's preventing them from doing their jobs. And now they see what the problem really is, and America's thinking, let's go nuclear, blow stuff up, boom, 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 and that's that. I'm more interested in what's happening once, eventually they get to the moon. There's a lot of stuff happening. I don't want to tell the rest of the movie, but I don't think I'm really spoiling it, but I think we could just end it there. Um, I was satisfied, watched it. It's pretty good. So I definitely gives it my stamp of approval for watching it. I give it 2 stars out of 4 for Moonfall. Is there Moonfall 2 and 3? Maybe. You don't know, but I'm satisfied with Moonfall. It's watchable. So definitely check it out if you want. Tell me what you think. It's your boy Carcino. I'm out.